Okay, so WWE tables, ladders, and chairs. My biggest complaint is that there was only one match with tables, ladders, and chairs. None of the women's matches had tables, ladders, and chairs. None of the middle matches had tables, ladders, and chairs. I thought the event was called Tables, Ladders, and Chairs. This, to me, felt like being invited to a costume party where only one person is actually in costume and everybody else forgot that there's supposed to be a theme. Well, I was disappointed. I would have loved to see some of these people go through tables, ladders, and or chairs. So, just a few notes. I actually enjoyed the AJ Styles Finn Balor match, even though I don't really care for Finn Balor, but I thought it was cute, and they did their little Bullet Club thing at the end, and I was like, aww. Jason Jordan is getting a push, I guess, and I'm not sure why, and his like ongoing match with Elias just made me really realize that everyone has meningitis. So I feel like whatever they had planned for this pay-per-view kind of went down the tubes and was not even like good anymore. So the Sasha Banks versus Alicia Fox match, let me just say I like both of those wrestlers a lot. However, it seemed to be like a weave match where their hair kept getting really messed up and then they had to stop because they're both losing their weaves. And can I just stop for a minute and say how there's supposed to be this women's revolution where it's a new women's division and they're women wrestlers instead of divas, but they all still have to wear like 6-foot-long weaves, which is ridiculous for doing any kind of athletics. They still have to wear the teeniest, tiniest, sexiest little outfits. And apparently, like, they don't even get tables, ladders, or chairs. I mean, the other thing is the refs are always touching the women. They're always all over the women, but I never see them touching the men. So I guess women's revolution means if you weigh 105 pounds and are willing to put 6 pounds of weave on your head. That said, like, I really enjoyed the Alicia Fox and Sasha Banks match. I wish it had gone on longer. Alexa Bliss versus Mickie James, like, I love Alexa Bliss on the microphone. As a wrestler, she is too small. She should be in a little person's division. Like, I want to see Nia Jax kill her. I want to see any woman over 5'10" kill her. Charlotte Flair is like an actual athlete, and so when you just put like women like Charlotte and Alexa next to each other, like one is an athlete and the other is like a model, and a very pretty and talented model, but just like I am really tired of Alexa Bliss, and I would really like to see more competent and like giant female wrestlers. Remember Chyna? I was scared of Chyna. Like if Chyna had ever been mad at me and like tried to chase me down a hallway, I would run from Chyna. But Alexa Bliss, I just hold her head like my little sister, you know, where you like hold their head and they're like this because they can't actually like get to you because you're holding their head. So I'm not afraid of Alexa Bliss. I would take on the women's champion at any moment and I would win. So I would really like to see like a real female wrestler hold the belt. I fucking hate Enzo Amore. I want to see Kalisto like grind him into a fine pace. It's like he's the Guido that would try to buy me drinks at bars, and I would like I'd get the drink and I'd be like, oh, thank you so much, and then I would throw it in his face because like that's how I feel about Enzo Amore. The only match that did have tables, ladders, and chairs was of course the final match with The Shield with Kurt Angle subbing for Roman Reigns. And I was hella worried about Kurt Angle. Like, you cannot have men his age doing the athletics of a 20-year-old. You just can't. Like, Seth Rollins broke Sting's neck. The last time we saw The Undertaker, he was not looking good. Like, just stop putting old guys in the ring. I know everyone wants it, but, like, really what you want to see is, like, your dad be too old to do a thing. And that's just sad. So here's hoping the next pay-per-view everyone doesn't have meningitis.